dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Yellow! Attack, attack! Quiet, 64, weak!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The give to Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. 4 down.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready, set. Brings up 3rd and check 41. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Break. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, D-line, let's get in there now. Ready to go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Locked to throw on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Matchbox light. Get it.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch one. Watch one. Time to go night, night. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Strip that ball. 552. Watch twist.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And the first down, Chiefs.
On the line. Use the mic. I don't think you got it, sir. Slam. Hey, red wave, red wave. Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. Being chased out left. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
In your face. 25, check 25, check 25. 15. 57.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Chiefs.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Yellow. I got little lady. Watch one. Watch one. Come on, dude.
Now on second and 13. Mahomes buying time to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Block now on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They look to throw. It's Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Kill. 80 weapons. Check 6 guys.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Got it. I got you, Pop.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's 3rd and short.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Play action. Now it's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Locke to throw. Flush to his right. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on first down is Locke. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Zach Cunningham with a pick. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run him down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 43. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Down top. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch out. Look at me. Go. Rush in.
Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They run. Cook shrugs him off. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.